I'm Katrina, and this is So and Tare, and today Mr. Parmesan is going to be moving. He doesn't know that yet. You're going to be moving. He is going to be moving into a temporary housing because I need to move Percy the buck out of the grow-out hutch into this hutch and move the babies from Ravioli into the grow-out hutch. So, in order to do that though, now is the perfect time to replace the flooring. So, hi babe. I know I've had a lot of comments on my rabbit videos about having rabbits on wire and having them outside and having them on all sorts of things. All of my rabbits have resting tiles. You can see there's one back here. They usually don't use them, so that's their choice. And they all have wire floors. We did replace the floors for the other hutches. This hutch we haven't replaced yet. These hutches we inherited with the rabbits. Now, Mr. Parmesan here is my only original breeder left. The others have gotten older and passed. And so he's actually going to go to a retirement home, a lovely lady who has another rabbit, so she knows rabbits. And he's gonna live out the rest of his days inside in a house. So he's gonna get pets and loves and all of that. She's gonna be really good mom to him. Anyway, so we're gonna take him out, put him in a typical rabbit hutch. Typical rabbit hutches are smaller than what I give my rabbits. These are about 3 by 4 feet, and a typical rabbit hutch is smaller than that. But he'll be in there for a couple weeks, and then he'll get his own space and, you know, all the fun stuff he can do. But in the meantime, I do want to take out this flooring. I'll show you that process and reasons why we would put new flooring in. This is just a 1/2 inch. I know I stopped. This is just 1/2 inch hardware cloth. That is not what you want your rabbit flooring to be. This is the flooring he came with, the flooring he's been on for years before he came to me, and since he's been here. So he's never had any foot issues. He's never had sore hocks or anything like that. Meat rabbits, which these guys are, do have a different kind of foot than a lot of pet rabbits. Hi, babe. So they have really beefy, strong feet, and they also have furred feet. So they have fur on the bottoms of their feet, and it gives them extra cushion. So like I said, they do have opportunity to get off the wire if they want to. Honestly, I think they like the cooler air on their bellies. Rabbits are colder weather animals. They don't like the heat, they like the cooler weather. And by having them outside all the time, they develop their coat to be thick and appropriate for colder weather. If you had a rabbit that was inside and then you all of a sudden threw them outside into outside environment, their coats might not be thick enough to support them. So let me put him in his temporary living quarters. Of course, his sticks will go with him and his mat will go in with them, and then we will get to cutting this out. You ready to go? You don't even know yet you're going. Now, he doesn't get picked up very often, so this will be interesting. You ready? You ready to go? Come here. No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. All right, here we go. Well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Now, Parmesan loves his sticks. He loves them, so they are going with him to his temporary housing. They are going with him to his permanent retirement home. He loves his sticks. And for those people who don't understand about toys and they don't need toys, sticks are just as good as toys for most rabbits. They have so much fun with them. Yeah, they're fun. And this is what I have. It's just a regular tile, it's a long one. We'll put it in his hutch. So I'm about to start this project. I do have an angle grinder I'm going to use. This hutch was put together by someone else, and they put the flooring on before they put these side things on. I don't want to take apart the whole entire thing, so I'm going to cut it at those edges, and then where I can, I'm going to pull up the staples and pull that up. I highly recommend using a magnetic bowl for this, so you can catch all of the staples, all of the small pieces, and that if you drop something, you can just wave it around the ground and find it. You want to catch those things because you don't want birds to eat them. You don't want them to end up in your compost. You don't want them to end up in those places. So that is important, and don't trash your yard. So next thing, whenever you are dealing with prying something that might come back and hit you in the eye, or grinding something, have safety glasses. Now, usually the sunglasses I wear are safety glasses. I have some that aren't. I have extras. But you can get safety glasses that look like sunglasses that actually protect pretty well all the way around. I just can't see the screen because they're polarized. Yep, you can get safety glasses that are sunglasses and polarized. That way you are never without safety glasses if you need them. I got these from Ace. Not all Aces have them, but that's just something to think about, is if you have it in your daily wear, then it's easy enough to just go, oh, I have my sunglasses, let's put it on and do what I need to do. So I'm going to be working with these on. Another thing I like to do is wear gloves. Now, I might go inside and put on a long sleeve shirt. I don't really want to, but using the angle grinder does throw sparks, so that's something to consider. So potentially long sleeves. I will also be putting my hair up, and it has been raining, so I'm not really concerned about starting a fire. However, I do have a bucket of water. Anytime you are throwing sparks, there is potential for fire, so it's not hard to carry a bucket of water, maybe two, depending on what you're doing. If you're in an area that has not been recently drained and drenched like here, consider drenching the ground before you start. That's a really good idea, because when a spark falls on wet soil, on wet ground, on wet plants, it's less likely to start a fire. So we don't want to start fires. All right, let's get started. So ideally, I would have my pry bar, and that is also missing. So I'm going to use a variety of pliers. If I can't get in there, I might use these tin snips. But this should be good enough to get in there. Pull it up and into my bucket. So where I can do that, I'm doing it. It's better not to have an edge, especially along this side where, you know, people are going to be. It's not as concerning for the animals along this edge because the door is going to be closed. But when you go in and out, it can be annoying. Best way to do this is if you can get under it and pry up, that works best. These couple here, I couldn't really get that way because of where the cross one was. Now you can totally save these wires and use them for, like, if you need to repair a side, which I do over on the other hutches, or if you need to repair something or make something smaller for some other smaller animal, then that works fine. Now here it's harder to pry because I can't pry down, so I'm kind of making a twist. This one I'm going to cut and get later. It's just a little hard to get to right now. All right, so the staples are all out. I have this side, the back side, and then here to the water basically to cut. And for that, I'm gonna wear my gloves. I wasn't wearing them for this because I figured it wasn't necessary, that you can make mistakes and it would be necessary. But I can put on my gloves, make sure my eye protection's still on. I did use that for the staples because they can potentially go flying. None of them did. And then use the grinder to cut it. With this guard on here, the guard's like a little thick to get to where I'm going, so I kind of have to do it at an angle. So when I'm pushing on it, it's actually pulling it. The wire is in between this piece and this piece. It's actually pulling it through. So this is what I'm talking about right here. I don't know if I can pull this out or not. If I can't pull it out, let's see. If I can't pull it out, then I'm going to bend it down. I can do that later too. I'm just wondering if I can pull it out. Not really. All right, well I can bend it down and hammer it before the flooring goes on. So I think I'm gonna do the back part of this side first so I can actually stand inside the hutch. Because getting underneath things is gonna be a challenge. I think I'm gonna take the, I don't really wanna take the food thing out, but I'll probably have to anyway. I'll have to anyway to put the flooring in, so. Yeah. Okay, so this far corner here, I can't get the grinder in to the corner, so that's where these snips come in. All right, so this is all now loose. And I think the only thing I have left is this front part. So I'm actually going to take off the feeder. So for those that might be unfamiliar with rabbit feeders, this is a J feeder. It's what most rabbits use as rabbit feeders. Some people have ones that go inside the hutch. I have Risotto over here, has a blue one that has screening on the bottom to let the dust go through. I have one more of those. I kind of want to test it out when one of them has babies, because that's when the most food goes in there. That's when the most dust settles, but it's still pretty much a J feeder. Other people use bowls or dishes inside, and there's many different ways to do it. This is the easy way because you can open it from the outside of the hutch, feed, and close it, and you don't have to open the hutch. Now, I always end up opening it to pet the animals, but that's another story. All right, something that we did though, because I did have a mama, I don't know why, push a feeder out. Not sure what her issue was. We did put another piece of wire on the bottom here just to hold it. So I'm undoing that, and that's worked pretty well. They also have these little side things that hook down onto the wire, and then that's the feeder. missed a couple. All right, one last clip in the corner and I'll come out. One more clip. Okay, that wire's out. So now that this doesn't have any flooring at all, we can use the hammer, use the clippers, clean it up along the edges. I'm gonna hammer these pokey sides down. Once the flooring goes on top, then it won't be bothering anybody's feet. And the new wire will go in. Now, something I do want to do, I don't know if this is the right tool for this. The people who made this hutch left the edges of the hardware cloth both on the outside and the inside of the door, and I have stabbed myself many times with it. So I don't know if that's the right tool. At some point I'll do that. I should do it now when there's no rabbit in it, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try. Not sure it's the right tool. I think I need more of a sanding tool, and I don't want like little pieces of things to go everywhere, so maybe I'll do that at some point later. Not that big a deal. I've been stabbed by it before. I'll be stabbed by it again. So let me show you what this looks like now. You can see the center's there, sides are cut out. This is where I tried to pull it through, but I'm just going to hammer it down, and it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So it's not important that this be flat against the wood. It's more important that it be facing down. I'm trying to get it flat against the wood just because I like it that way, but that's not the important part. So keep that in mind. I think maybe I'm going to just hammer these. Let's take you for a tour. So these are all facing down, all the way around. No danger to the bunny's feet. Yes, I said feet. And then this side is also down. And we are ready to put on wire. I have to find the staples. Thank you for watching part 1 of the video. Part 2 will be coming out in a couple days, and I'll put a link up in the corner here if it's been more than a couple days and it's already out. I hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to learn in the next video what type of wire to use, how to put it on, which way is the right way to put it on, and an easy way to get it into the hutch. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to see more videos. Hit the bell to select all for all notifications, and remember to like the video. Thank you for watching and pass it along. Have a wonderful day.